Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Marvelous Unboxing, and all I gotta say is I'm very happy to finally be back. I did post that Infinity Gauntlet Lego video, which took me almost 2 weeks to make, plus I was in New York, so I'm finally back, and this was waiting in my mailbox, or actually not in my mailbox, inside my room by the time I got home. So here we have it. We get to actually have a real life unboxing with you guys. So I know you guys are very excited for the die-cast Captain America, which of course it's a variant we've already seen before. The box already stands out much better than the other Funko Pops, but that's going to be for last. We're going to go ahead and go over the other variants of course, the FunkOn event. So here we have two variants which are not, of course, the most exciting characters, but they are totally brand new and with something most of you guys have probably never seen before. I did get the virtual FunkOn sticker for the Falcon and the shared, of course, from Capwolf because I did get that from Amazon. So, of course, it's going to be shared, but nonetheless, these follow right in order at 881 and 882. Falcon carries a much more different variant design than we have previously seen. This actually comes from issue of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier #1. This was actually published in the year 2020 on February. I don't remember the exact date, but here's a copy of the picture of it. So that's exactly where it comes from. So if you guys ever want to go read that, I'm not a big fanatic of the comics. You guys know that. So if you guys are going to go read that, you'll find this costume or variant of the Falcon in that comic. As for Capwolf, it seems like he's carrying his OG costume, and of course the biggest difference is going to be, of course, the head. From the window look, it doesn't really look like there's any differences besides some rips and tears here, but really it's going to be Capwolf. I honestly have not the slightest clue of exactly what the foundation of this character is, but we will be doing some research and finding out what this character is totally about. But nonetheless, at first appearance, it looks amazing, and well, if you guys want to have him as a cool Halloween edition, this would be great. If it's still readily available on Amazon, I will post a picture here showing its status and the link as well if it is still available. And of course, here's a much better look at the actual side of the box. I just realized that there is a big dent on my actual box, so I'm very disappointed on Funko's side of that. There's also a crease on the back side, but we'll take a look at that later. So here's the art design. It looks great, phenomenal, much better look at the actual Funko Pops. Now, of course, we get the back art. There's really nothing else to be shown. It just shows Falcon, Marvel, and of course for Capwolf, says Man and Wolf, Captain America with its red, white, and blue design. So, of course, that's what this is going to represent and symbolize. Here's a look at the other side of the box. And last but not least, here's going to be a view of the top of the box. That's it, folks. Let's actually go ahead and unbox these characters. Taking a closer look at the Falcon, I think it looks great. He definitely looks like an ant with those goggles, but nonetheless, besides that, we actually get to take a much better look at the back, and it looks great. Well, the design is actually much more different than the wings we've previously seen before, even the Captain America ones. These look like, well, actual wings. As you guys can tell, they look like bird wings. They actually spread out, and they have similar design to a bird, but these look like they're electronic, so it looks like they've embedded both technologies with the old suit and then the, of course, newer suits, because it does symbolize the old suit as well from the comics, so it does have some similarities. But apart from that, the pose is also similar, if you guys have not realized that as well. But of course, the colors are much more different. He's black and red. Of course, this is from the comics, which I have not read, so I'm not really sure exactly what that's about. But apart from that, I think it looks incredible. It looks great. And of course, if you're a Falcon fanatic, you of course want to get this, especially with the release of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Whether you enjoyed that or not, this is going to help add to your collection. He also carries a stand with him as well to help him give him some cool poses. Once you clear it out, well, it looks like he's just floating. Now moving on with Capwolf, there is a lot more rips and tears along the body. As you guys can tell, there's one on the leg, one on the other leg, so completely opposite legs at exactly the same way. One on the chest, one on the shoulder. There's a couple more on the back, so it really seems like this is some grotesque sort of Funko Pop. Really, the head is what weirds me out the most because it's completely teared out, and well, it's the head. So I'm not exactly sure what this whole cap is about. If someone could let me know. Of course, I could just simply Google it, but apart from the design, I think it looks great. Incredible, just like Captain America, but Wolf. One of the biggest differences between this and the other Captain Americas, or at least the previous old ones, is that the shield is actually stuck onto its arm, whereas where the other one comic variant Captain Americas, they were attached well, as a little hook, and you could take it off and on. So this one looks like it's just on there. You can't really do anything about it. But comparing this to the other Captain Americas, well, the costume really stands out, and really the only difference is the big old head, the rips and tears, of course, and well, that's really about it. The shield is the same, everything is about the same. If you're a Captain America fanatic, this is gonna be great for your edition. If not, you want to get a Halloween studio going on, well, this is gonna be a great addition as well. Again, like I said before, if this is still available on Amazon, I will be posting a post right here showing its status, and if it is available, I will be posting the link down below so you guys are able to buy it. Great teeth, man. Now, time for the second big opening. We have the Thor soda. This is LV to 15K. This is the first time I've actually opened a soda on here. The last one I did was on TikTok, actually. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll link that down below. But this was a shared sticker rather than the FunkOn exclusive sticker, which I don't really care because I think it's going to peel off anyways. It's completely sealed, brand new. So this is a live unpackaging because it's not really unboxing. So we're going to unwrap this here real quick, and I will be showing you the variants. As you guys can tell right here, this is going to be the common variant, and well, the chase is supposed to be a black light, which I hope I get. I don't really know, these things are, well, a mystery. So let's see. I'm gonna close my eyes, so I'm not seeing what's in here. Let's see what's in this bag. Oh, came right out. Wow. As you guys can tell right here, the black light is going to be, well, exactly the same. But, of course, black light, here's a picture of it if you guys did not know what it actually looks like. This is in comparison to, of course, the comics, which I will be showing you guys as well. I actually have the comic Thor, which I thought looks great, so I had to keep it. But apart from that, sodas always look stupid. I don't know why I collect them. I only have a couple of them, but I really wanted to get Thor, and I hope they release a Captain America OG one eventually. I have the Iron Man Mark 85, which I do have the chase variant of that, but there's not really any differences between Blacklight, and I don't really care about it too much, so I'm probably going to keep this one and not try to make my efforts to get the Blacklight. But as you guys can tell, everything is really about the same comparing it to the Funko Pop. Of course, the face looks stupid and looks silly, but apart from that, everything looks great. For a soda, it really meets the standards, and I think it looks great. And it's definitely going to be an addition to my stupid collection of stuff I should not be buying. And, well, of course, let's not forget the coin. Here's Thor. Looks like a handsome woman. And, of course, it says Thor 1 out of 12,500. So there we have it, folks. We have the Thor soda. Now, let's move on to the die-cast Captain America. And now, the moment all of you guys have probably been waiting for, Captain America Civil War Edition die-cast #1 in the Funko Pop line. Now, this box is actually a lot bigger than the other one, mostly because it's actually 2 boxes in one. Here's another box just for comparison. Here's the height of it, and when you actually look at it from the side, it's, well, of course, much smaller. In terms of depth, it almost matches up to the same size. Really, it fits the exact lines right here. But apart from that, everything else is bigger. It's thicker, it's longer, and, well, it's just overall a lot bigger than, of course, any other Funko box we've seen before. Now, this is going to be #1 in the die-cast series. There is rumors or speculation of an Iron Man 1, and my speculation lies that there is going to be an Iron Man that will probably be the one from Civil War. Yet again, I really wish they would stop making so many Civil War pops, but hey, at least we get a die-cast one. The box art for the actual pop is going to remain about the same. We have box art on the side. As far as the back goes, we have some more design that just shows you the complete package of this Funko Pop. The side, again, is going to depict more side art. And, of course, the top is going to show Pop die-cast. As far as the bottom goes, well, you get the usual thing. And let's actually go ahead and unbox this fella. Now, before doing anything else, I did want to measure this in box, and it actually comes out to be just about 780 grams, which is a big difference in contrast to some of the other Funko Pops. We're going to compare it to T'Challa Star-Lord, and in contrast, this Funko Pop exactly weighs only 130 grams, so the other pop is roughly about 6 times heavier than this one. So there you have it for comparison. That's in box. Let's actually go ahead and take him out. As you guys can see, we have a lot of styrofoam, and this is the actual packaging that we get to see prior to actually unveiling the Funko Pop itself. So it will get a clear see-through case, which is pretty neat. It makes a perfect display case if you guys want to ever switch this out, because, well, as you guys will see in a couple of seconds that you guys actually can. It says Funko Captain America #1. Really, it's about the same as the other actual design. There is nothing on the back, unfortunately. It says Marvel Funko, and as far as the actual bottom goes, it's just this little display bottom. And of course, we get the usual thing. And as far as the top goes, nothing of this sort can actually be removed. It's all solid. And as you guys can tell, Captain America pop. It looks like it's scratching off right here. And now, time for the unveiling. So here we have a much better representation of how he actually looks like, and on the camera you can definitely pick up on where the metallic actually lies at. He's, well, fully metal. This can actually get removed, so we're going to just take him off for easy access and to not have anything in the way. So as I mentioned before, you could probably put some other thing with a stand. I'm sure this has the same circumference or radius as the other Funko Pops do, so you could probably put something on there. Of course, it would have to be Captain America or just not have the case in at all. But this thing is super heavy. If we actually go in the weigh him, he comes out to be roughly about 325 grams, which, well, the box definitely does not help. It adds about 400 grams in total, so this junk is pretty heavy. In comparison, a 6-inch Funko Pop Hulk with the gauntlet lays right about 250 grams, so there is a big difference, almost 100 grams of difference. And well, of course, the 6-inch is a lot heavier or a lot bigger than the die-cast one. As you can tell, the die-cast definitely has much more weight embedded into him. Now, moving on with the actual figure in specificness, this is a die-cast one, so its combination lies more about zinc, copper, and aluminum, which, as before, they used to be made out of lead. As you guys can tell, this is something that I really picked up on. Of course, it's going to be metal, so it's not molded in any way, shape, or form as the vinyl Funko Pops. And one thing that really stands out is this little line that goes on right here. It goes right about through here. So it looks like if you actually hammer this thing down, you would actually be able to split the head in half, which is, of course, I'm sure where they actually soldered or actually combine the actual head into. Of course, this actually is going to have some sort of segment in the middle where it actually is going to connect with the body itself. And of course, we're going to get 2 screws right here, which look very weird. I really wish they would have been able to cover them up, but I suppose you would be able to get a screwdriver and actually open up the head, which is something we're probably going to do later on. So if you guys want to save this note for later, we're going to be going and diving deep into Steve Rogers' head, the die-cast form. But apart from that, the details are really good. The metal actually makes him stand out a lot better, putting him in the actual spotlight. Again, when you put him in the dark, he is very bland and very dark, of course, because the colors are not as colorful and brightful as they are in vinyl. It's metal, of course. The stand seems to be some sort of plasticky, metalish type. Seems very light, but apart from that, the colors are the same. Nothing changes. One thing that really stood out to me is this hair, which is something I never noticed before. I do have a variant of this Captain America stocked away, and I also do have the variant for the black light, which is also stocked away, but really the differences are about minimal. There is really nothing that's going to be different from the other variants besides these 2 screws and the little line of where they actually segmented these 2 parts. But apart from that, this is a great Funko Pop, and well, I'm really excited for the new die-cast ones that they're going to be eventually releasing. You know, like the album covers that just seem kind of sporadic, and well, now we're in number 20, I believe so. So I really hope we get to see some really cool characters. The downfall of these is that they lie at the $50 mark, and well, that is quite a high price for Funko Pops considering that they're usually $10 or $15 retail. $50 does really put them out there, and especially for shipping them as well. With most shippers, you do get them free at that certain $50 threshold. With most third-party sellers, well, they will have to factor that price in, and that really does not help it at all. Well, I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. I am very glad that I was finally able to get my FunkOn exclusives, and although we only got 3 out of the numerous ones that I really wanted to get, I hope you guys actually got all the ones you wanted. If not, well, we always have eBay. Unfortunately, that's just the way that goes sometimes. But apart from that, if you guys have not actually gone into detail with these Funko Pops, well, here's your video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it let you guys know what you want to do now as far as expanding your collection. And I hope you guys do have the knowledge and the visuals of how these Funko Pops actually look like, and I hope, well, you're able to complete your entire edition. And now that we have more and more FunkOns going on, that's all I got for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment and share, and please do not forget about the Black Widow giveaway that we'll be having in less than 1 week. You can do so by joining the subscription club down below. It will be in the link right down below, letting you know that this is the link for the giveaway. But apart from that, I will be seeing you guys whenever Shang-Chi drops. Until then, peace out.